Hello guys, it's time for another Westlife album listen, and I'm about to listen to Turnaround for the first time. The sooner I listen to this album, the sooner I get to watch the Turnaround tour, which I'm super excited for, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. If you'd like to see the full-length version of this video, you can do so on my Patreon, which is linked in the description. Alright, starting off with Mandy, which I have reacted to.
I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day. I'm standing on the edge of time. I walked away when love was mine. You came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. The pain is calling, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Oh Mandy, won't you listen to what I gotta say? Oh Mandy, don't you let me throw it all away.
So, the funny thing about Mandy is I really enjoy the instrumentation. It's my favorite part of the song, but in terms of the Westlife covers, it's not my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I definitely don't mind listening to it, but I'm just very curious to see what else is in store with the remainder of this album. I know Obvious is also on it, which is one of my favorite Westlife songs so far, so it's got me very curious to see where we go from here. Let's keep it going. Hey Whatever, which I've also reacted to.
And if you really need a new philosophy, well, there's one that makes sense, the one I profess. I say, hey, whatever.
Oh, also, speaking of Mandy being a cover, you guys will have to excuse me for not knowing which songs on this album are covers. Obviously, Westlife are quite famous for their covers, but they tend to cover a lot of songs I've just never heard before, so I'm always in the deep end when I go into a Westlife album. So yeah, if I don't recognize any of the other covers on this album, if there are any more, that's why.
Let your beauty come alive. Let your color fill the sky. All the world's a waiting room, and we're standing in line for the answer to the question, what makes this fine? Oh, say whatever. Why don't you liberate your mind? Let your color fill the sky.
Second key change. I simply must start a key change counter. It's a Westlife album, how could I not? You know, it sounds like there's a choir singing underneath them on that track. Pretty sure it was. What a fantastic choice, because that made the chorus for me. But I love everything about this track. The sound is such a departure from the previous albums, which I love. I hope this is the beginning of them trying out different sounds, and I have to shout out Marcus for his vocal performance there. Insane. This track feels like a perfect blend of pop, rock and roll, and gospel, and I don't know how they managed to blend those all together, but hey, whatever. That was a terrible joke. Moving on. Heal.
Even though you're near me, I need you far away. Though you want to, though you try to, you can't stop the rain.
Sounds like we're pushing someone away.
It's not
I'm already kind of in love with this song as well.
It's not you who can heal me, but it's not you. Heal me now, but it's not you.
First of all, we got our third key change. Let's keep it going. Wouldn't want a Westlife album any other way. Second of all, absolutely love the song on first listen. What I really enjoyed about it is that they sang in unison on the chorus, which they don't always do. And I feel it worked perfectly here with the instrumentation, which I also loved. This track is simplicity done well. Yeah. Obvious. You guys already know how I feel about this song.
We started as friends, but something happened inside me. Now I'm reading into everything. I'll say it in a love song. I've heard you talk about how you want someone just like me. Every time I ask you out,
I love that they waited to bring those strings in.
I've done everything but say that you're so long and you can't be wrong. I'm not so good with words. You are the love that came without warning. I need you, I want you to know I've made it
I so appreciate the fact that they never cheap out on a song's bridge. Well, obviously, I've already gushed over obvious, so not much to say besides the fact that this was another lovely listen, and I do appreciate the fact that they didn't do a key change at the end, just added some vocal layers. I thought that was very nice and a great way to switch things up as far as track placement on the album goes. On My Shoulder.
Na 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 na. Let me be a shield all around the world, all around the world. Someone's feeling lonely, but I know you never will. I know you're there for me too. No, I'll be there for you.
This is already shaping up to be my favorite Shane vocal performance on the album.
Waiting for the day, know that you remember it's with you once again. You can put your head down on my shoulder, little warm when it gets colder. I don't know
Ryan sounds great here too.
what you're going through, but you can put your head down on my shoulder too much.
That is another favorite of mine. Easily a contender for top 3 on the album. I'm actually shocked they didn't pick the song as a single. It very well could have been one. I don't think there's a music video for it. Could be wrong, but if not, my point is, this song absolutely deserved the single treatment. So far, this feels very much like a Westlife album, but there's a noticeable difference in the ballads at least. haven't heard many upbeat songs just yet. Well, I don't even want to say ballads, because most of these are just more mid-tempo songs, not exactly ballads, but I feel like there's more of a gentle approach going on to a lot of these tracks, as opposed to a song like What Makes a Man, where the chorus just explodes, and they're harmonizing the entire time. These songs feel similar in spirit to some of the early Westlife ballads, but I'm loving it. It actually is giving this album more of a darker sound compared to the earlier ones, which is awesome. What in tarnation? Oh, title track. I did not see this coming.
Every time I turn around, give me a reason.
Wow. Just so many artists and producers I'm thinking of right now that this song is reminding me of, but I can't name any of them. I think I'm just overwhelmed by what I'm hearing. I truly was not expecting this much of a shift sonically, especially after On My Shoulder. Okay, well, they slapped me in the face with that one, and I'm totally okay with it. Gentlemen, feel free to slap me anytime. Also, I'm realizing that could be taken in a dirty way. I didn't mean it that way, but I wouldn't mind that either.
What the hell?
Moving on, I actually need to see who produced this track. Let's see. Steve Mack. Okay, I just did a little research and found out he also produced Flying Without Wings and World of Our Own, two of my all-time favorite Westlife tracks, so that checks out, as well as he co-wrote and produced Shape of You with Ed Sheeran, so needless to say Steve Mack knows what he's doing. That was such a cool song. It reminded me a bit of When You're Looking Like That as far as the energy, definitely not the sound. I always love when they go for a heavy pop moment. I feel like this one was well earned as far as its placement in the track list. That was incredible. I did it for you.
Life without taking chances is no kind of life at all.
Ooh, background vocal. Oh my gosh.
I guess I was sometimes. Maybe it's hard to change things, but I had to know I tried.
This is beautiful. Once again, the strings are getting more prominent in the latter half of the track.
And I had no choice, no.
Shane, sweetie, I don't know what you did for me, especially in, 2004? Is that when this album came out? 2003. December 23rd, 2003. Yeah, I would have just turned 4 years old at that time, so I don't think this song is about me. I'm realizing that in real time, unfortunately, but I'm just going to pretend that it is. And none of you can stop me. Quite frankly, none of you should judge me, because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's pretended that Shane's serenading me. That is 100% a Westlife ballad, but even that felt quite different from the previous albums. It felt much more mature. I still haven't quite worked out exactly what feels so different about some of these songs, especially considering it seems like they're working with the same producers and whatnot, but I'm noticing and I'm loving it. Thank you. You're welcome. Gosh, I love when they sing in unison.
Some say less is more, but I'm not sure, 'cause I can't say goodbye. Someday I may fall, but till that day I'll be feeling high. I've been kissing you, 'cause I've been kissing you. Everything I do, everything comes second to your touch. So thank you very much. One more time, thank you very much.
I enjoyed listening to that song. It's not one of my favorites on my initial listen, but I have a strong feeling that if they perform it live on the Turnaround Tour, or, if I watch any live performance of it, assuming there are live performances of it, I think I will enjoy that song much more in a live setting. Just within the first few seconds, I was instantly reminded of the instrumentation on the song World of Our Own, which is why I was pretty much immediately wondering if Steve Mack was the producer. And I was right.
Hold on, little girl.
To be with you.
What he's done to you. Stand up, little girl. A broken heart can't be that bad when it's true. Waited on the line of
That was such a familiar melody.
just to be the next to be.
Can't put my finger on it though.
Build up your confidence so you can be on top for once. Waited on
My gosh. Brian's voice just stops me in my tracks every time. Cannot wait to get into his solo music. Before any of you panic, I am getting into all of their solo projects, so do not worry, it's not just Brian. I'm gonna get to everyone. This might sound weird, but the song is making me feel like I'm at a campfire. You better sing, Marcus.
Just to be the next to be with you. I'm the one who wants to.
Whoa.
Deep inside, I hope
Key change number 6. That song having 2 key changes at the end was a great choice because it kind of ties into the gathered around a campfire feeling I was getting from the song. It felt a bit bluesy and a bit folksy, and them doing 2 key changes. So fun. It's very sing-alongable. That's a new term I'm coining. Sing-alongable. I like it, and it's leading me to believe that's exactly what they were going for. Gathered around a campfire. And now that I think about it, I just gave Westlife a great idea for a music video. Westlife goes camping. Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Lost in You. Shane is going to kill me with these breathy vocals.
Heaven
He does them so well.
Head over heels and it shows. I've played every field, I suppose.
Well, that was the type of Westlife chorus I'm very used to.
Never known before that I should touch you. Swear
By the way, I'm just going to quickly search song title to make sure I get it right, because the song is reminding me of another Westlife track. Just want to make sure I get the title correct. Oh, that's gorgeous.
and it shows. I've played every field, I suppose.
Soledad. There we go.
Baby, I
I could not remember the name. Oh, I knew it started with an S.
never knows. I'm head over heels and it shows. I've played every field, I suppose. But there's
I'm getting lost
about you.
in the song.
You're around, baby, I have found I get lost.
Yeah, it was definitely the Spanish guitar that reminded me of Soledad, but overall, I'd say this track is quite different from Soledad sonically. This actually feels like more classic R&B. It's still got that boy band pop flair, but the R&B vibes were strong with this one, and I loved every second of it. I'm honestly angry at myself for wanting a live performance of Lost in You, because I feel like the universe is going to punish me for wanting it so badly, and it's going to end up being one of those songs they've never performed. That would be my luck. But on to the last track. Ah, I'm sad. What do they know?
They never see us in the loving times. What do they know? They don't know a thing.
What do they know? They don't know a thing.
Okay, I could be totally wrong here, but I feel like there could be a double meaning with this track based on the first few lines. This could, of course, be about a relationship, but I'm also feeling like this could be the guys singing about the media speculating on their relationships with each other and the five of them as a boy band. Can't be sure, but I'm getting that vibe.
How can you understand a love so strong when you've never shared that with someone?
What do they
Okay, yeah. I mean, definitely got a romantic flair, but I feel like underneath there could be that, you know, them singing about each other.
'Cause all they know is how to criticize. They'll never take a chance in their own lives. What do they know? They don't know a thing.
Yeah, after What Do They Know, I could use a pillow and a blankie. Well, a pillow and a blankie, or a Shane, or a Nikki, or a Marcus. I could use those as well. Haven't even gotten to the tour yet, and I'm already thirsting. Shame on you, Bryson. This was a fantastic album. Probably my favorite Westlife album so far. And of course, I'm going to give it more listens. You know, I have to prepare for the turnaround tour, which I will be watching very soon. It's very nice to get to a Westlife album where they've trimmed down the track list and, you know, the bonus tracks, because I don't feel fatigued. They kept this one relatively short and sweet compared to the earlier albums, which I really appreciate. Like I said earlier, I really felt the maturity here, not just in their vocals, but in the production as well. This feels like a grown man Westlife album, for lack of a better term. Wow, cannot believe I just said that. But it's true. It is true. It's still going to take me a minute to put into words what I found so different about this album sonically, but that's not going to stop me from giving them credit for it, because as you all just saw, I was blown away by many of these songs. And my current top 3 would be Obvious, On My Shoulder, and I Did It For You, but I want to give honorable mentions to Hey Whatever, Heal, and Lost in You. Those 3 tracks were instant favorites as well. Guys, let me know what you thought of this album and what your top 3 tracks are. And let me know if there are any live performances from this era I should check out. But other than that, I guess the next stop for me is the Turnaround Tour. Boy, am I ready. In fact, I'm so ready, I purchased the DVD. Kind of hard to see here. Darn you, LED lights. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.